revealed how secret backchannels may have effectively saved two senior Iranian leaders from Benjamin Netanyahu's looming wrath. Did Pakistan ultimately force Donald Trump to arm-twist Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu behind the scenes to back down? Trump reportedly pushes Israel to remove two top Iranian officials from its active military hit list. Israel appears to place two of its top Iranian targets on temporary hold after eliminating the IRGC Navy chief. While the US president lobbies hard for peace, does Israel still appear determined to let more blood spill? In a significant turn of events, Pakistan may have compelled the United States to pressure its ally Israel. Iran's top diplomat Araghchi and Parliament Speaker Ghalibaf are reportedly no longer being treated as active targets. Israel allegedly possessed the precise coordinates of Araghchi and Ghalibaf for a possible airstrike operation. However, Pakistan reportedly argued against such a move, saying the US would lose key Iranian negotiating counterparts. At Islamabad's urging, Washington reportedly asked Israel to step back from any targeted strike plans. Israel has now reportedly removed the two senior Iranian officials from its target list. However, the two officials were reportedly removed from that target list only for a period of 4 to 5 days. This disclosure surfaced only hours after Israel reportedly assassinated another senior Iranian official. On March 26, Israel's defense minister said the IRGC Navy commander had been eliminated. Israel Katz said IRGC Navy Chief Alireza Tangsiri was killed along with other commanders in the airstrikes. Katz also said the IDF would continue its war against Iran despite Donald Trump's effort to open talks. We continue to forcefully attack the targets of the Iranian terror regime. Last night, we eliminated the commander of the Revolutionary Guards Navy. This man has a lot of blood on his hands, and he was also the one who led the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. This is another example of the cooperation between us and our friends, the United States, with a shared goal of achieving the objectives of the war. Tonight, the IDF eliminated the commander of the Revolutionary Guards Navy in a precise and deadly operation, along with senior naval commanders. The man directly responsible for the terrorist operation of mining and blocking the Strait of Hormuz to shipping has been eliminated. This is a clear message to all senior officials of the Iranian terrorist organizations. To the Revolutionary Guards who currently rule Iran, the IDF will hunt and eliminate you one by one. Congratulations to the IDF for the perfect execution. This is also important news for all our American partners, as an expression of the IDF's assistance in opening the Strait of Hormuz and the historic partnership between US President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, between the two countries, and between the two armies. We continue to operate in Iran with full force and all our might to achieve the goals of the war. Israel is reportedly concerned by Donald Trump's effort to pursue negotiations with Iran while the war continues. On March 25, Prime Minister Netanyahu reportedly held an important security meeting to discuss the next phase of the war agenda. Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey are reportedly serving as mediators between Washington and Tehran. Pakistan was reportedly the country that delivered Trump's 15-point peace proposal to Tehran. Islamabad reportedly remained in direct contact with both Washington and Tehran, according to the report. Pakistan may also emerge as the location where Iran and the United States could hold future negotiations. However, Iran reportedly rejected Trump's proposal and instead presented its own conditions for ending the war. Iran's Mojtaba then laid out 5 demands to the Trump administration for the conflict to stop. First, Iran requires an absolute cessation of hostilities and targeted killings. Second, Iran wants an established operational framework that guarantees military bombardments will never resume. Third, Iran expects assured financial compensation for widespread infrastructure destruction. Fourth, Tehran insists upon a definitive termination of active combat operations involving Israeli forces across both Iranian and Lebanese territories. Finally, the Iranian government must maintain complete jurisdictional control over the Strait of Hormuz. US President Donald Trump appears unsettled after Iran reportedly rejected his peace proposal. On March 26, Trump posted an extended message against Iran on Truth Social and urged Tehran to get serious. The US president also dismissed reports claiming Mojtaba had rejected his peace plan. Earlier, Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi had said that no direct talks had taken place with the United States. Araghchi also said on March 25 that Trump's 15-point proposal remains under review in Tehran.
مذاکره هم تا الان انجام نشد.
No negotiations have taken place so far. I state firmly that there has been no negotiation or dialogue with the American side. However, in recent days the American side has begun sending various messages through different intermediaries. Messages being conveyed through our friendly countries, and us responding by stating our positions or issuing the necessary warnings, is not called negotiation or dialogue. It is simply an exchange of messages through our friends.
ایده‌هایی هم مطرح کردن.
They have put forward some ideas. I saw in one or two places that it was described as a 15-point plan, but these were presented as various proposals. All of them have been conveyed to the country's senior authorities, and if it becomes necessary to take a position, that will certainly be decided. For now, our policy is to continue resisting and to continue defending the country. At present we have no intention of negotiating, and no negotiations have taken place.
نداریم. تا الان هیچ مذاکره هم صورت نگرفت. و اینکه الان حرف
The fact that they are now talking about negotiations is, in itself, an admission of defeat. Were they not demanding unconditional surrender? So why are they now speaking about negotiations? I will explain this further, because there are no negotiations taking place. But the very fact that an enemy that was seeking our unconditional surrender is now talking about negotiations, requesting talks and mobilizing its highest officials to negotiate with the Islamic Republic means accepting defeat. We want the war to end, but on our terms, in a way that ensures it will not be repeated and that our enemies learn a lesson so they will not even contemplate attacking Iran again.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.